Hello everyone, this is Draco.
And this is Noah.
And this is the Hookah Podcast. Our first and greatest podcast of all times.
Our highly improvised, lightly toasted podcast.
Our eggs and bacon grits podcast.
Our sunny side up podcast.
We are the Donald Trumps of podcasts.
Trump steak. It's good.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, he has Trump steak.
What's a Trump steak?
It's like steak that Donald Trump has. That he's successful. He's successful.
So what is it, like a golden steak?
You know, it's like regular steak, but with the Trump name on it. You know, it's like, branding. He just puts his name on stuff. You don't know about this, like Trump Tower, like Trump Magazine, like all of that stuff. It's like, yeah, he like puts his name on shit. So it's like, yeah, that's Trump.
So what it, yeah, it's like a branding arm, and every time she fucks a bitch, he just go, Trump bitch!
Yeah. Yeah, he probably has that, or he's probably working on it. He might be listening to this, So how you doing, man?
I'm fine. I'm actually doing pretty darn fine. It's a wonderful day. We have this wonderful hookah, which is, by the way, what exactly is in this hookah this week?
Well, I have a strong preference towards Alfaker. All the years that I've been smoking hookah, I find that their brand is amazing. And so most of the things that I try from them, I absolutely love. Like right now, we're smoking a grapefruit with mint, and it is also being topped with some fumari. It's the caviar of hookah, of your shisha. It's Tangela. It comes in a 100 milligram pack. It costs almost as much as like your standard 250 grams, but the quality that you get and the flavor is like par none.
All right, and if we're going to talk about the hookah, we have to also talk about the coals. Mm-hmm. And what type of coals are we using?
We're smoking Three King coals.
God bless
this
America.
Is or Egypt. This is for those who don't know about hookahs, the tobacco that you use, the flavors that you smoke, it's like flavored air. It's great. It's very relaxing. I spent a lot of time in Dearborn where every house has a hookah. It's one of those things that, they have hookahs for inside your bedroom. You have hookahs for outside. You
have a hookah for the shower.
That's right. You got a shower hookah. You got a car hookah. You got, your garage hookah. It's very, it's tradition. For a lot of Middle Eastern homes to have a hookah. It's just one of those things where you sit around with people, you share, you mix it with your hands, you're breaking down the leaves and everything. It's pretty beautiful. And then, making something that everybody can smoke and it tastes good and it's not all addictive, nicotine, that kind of thing, is great for a party atmosphere, for a nice, relaxing time.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Shisha has nicotine in it.
Yes, no, it has a very small amount of nicotine. Let me see if I can find one of these packs. But typically it's like 0.05% nicotine at the most. I'm probably wrong. But it is very trace amounts. It's not addictive at all. Yep. It's a very, very low amount. Still can't find it on the package. But it is definitely under 1%. It's nothing that's addictive about it. And it smells way better than cigarettes. You're not going to get your white shirts yellow with cigarettes. People aren't going to smell it on you all the time. My apartment smells like tangerine gummy bears right now. It's amazing. It's like, really, it shouldn't smell like that. Not if I'm smoking all day, but it's in a hookah. What do you say about that, Draco? How has hookah changed your life?
Well, it's one of those things that it helps me relax. I enjoy smoking it while playing card games, watching movies. Basically, anytime and every time is available.
Yep. Can I also ask you, don't you feel it's like a certain level of mastery that's involved with the hookah? There's a lot of aspects that go into it that can make a really good bowl of your product and your flavors taste like crap, because let's say you poke too many holes in the foil, or you didn't poke enough holes in the foil, or it starts sticking to the top of the foil which you're smoking it off of, and if you mess that up, that ruins everything.
Or if you made a mistake and tried to light your coal with your hands and your fingers turn black,
if they're not already. Being inclusive here.
That's racist.
That's right. Don't want to be that. All right, so we're going to move away from the hookah. We want to talk about some other stuff that's going on. What's something, that's been on your mind recently? Anything you've been doing?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, here we go. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Tyrion
Lannister. Team Lannister.
6.
I don't give a fuck if they fuck each other.
So you're not one
Team
of those.
Lannister.
So you're not just Team Tyrion. You support all the Lannisters.
All the Lannisters. If you support one, you have to support them all.
Including Joffrey.
I love Joffrey.
Really?
Joffrey was a master of disguise.
Now, are you being a troll right now?
No, I'm serious. I truly like Joffrey. I need people to stop hating on Joffrey. He did what he was born and bred to do.
Inbred to do. Sorry, but yeah. So what about Joffrey in particular drew you to him when most people just wanted him to die a terrible death, which some say he kind of did? What do you think?
His swag was on 9,000.
His swag was on 9,000. Could you elaborate for me?
Absolutely. Basically, Joffrey had blonde hair, metaphorically, of course. He was always clean. He had this way about him that he really just didn't care. Like, he didn't care what his mother thought. He didn't care what his father thought. Well, his real father, of course. He really just didn't give a shit. He literally said exactly what was on his mind. He was himself from start to finish. And yes, he was an awful, terrible piece of shit. But I kind of respect him for it.
Now, what I want to ask, just to be clear, do you admire somebody like Joffrey, which is, let's say, like a turned up mini Trump, or do you like his dynamic to the show?
I like his dynamic to the show. I mean, when I'm watching a TV show, I would like to kind of be entertained. And I understand that this is fiction, and I understand that they're just actors at the end of the day. So if they portray themselves well in a particular way, then you can't help but kind of admire them.
Because that's the kid. I don't know if anybody knows this, but if you watch Batman Begins, you would notice that Joffrey's the little kid in that crappy apartment building right before Batman gets caught on fire.
So wait. So basically, Joffrey time traveled.
Yes, he time traveled. He time traveled from that little boy with one line in Batman that most people forgot about. He transformed into a nightmare child, which people like devote time to make memes and like pictures of like him getting like fucked up and like, Rule 34 type crap, most likely. We should research that.
Well, what can I say? Kids are mean.
Yeah, it's like, it's crazy.
Hey, sometimes you have to bully a person just for portraying a certain way in a movie or TV show.
I like the fact that Joffrey, it's there's like an error that is like based on in history. I forget all the details, but basically it was like kind of a time where like the crown was like lawless, or like the crown was not a guaranteed thing. It was not stable. People fighting for control of the crown, and then you kind of see like the corruption of it Like Joffrey's like the perfect character to introduce how shitty that kind of system can be ruled by one king.
I mean, not only that, let's just be real. His parents and everyone around him has literally been sucking his dick, and he could never be wrong since the beginning. He truly didn't have a moral compass. Yeah. So when he grew up in this particular atmosphere in a way where he could never be wrong, even when he's 100% wrong, then you can't expect him to have some moral high ground when that's just not what he was raised to do.
Basically, Joffrey is just a reflection on his environment and how he was raised in the world that, you know, he was brought up
Fuck
in.
That guy. He's an asshole.
Yeah, but what about the rest of Game of Thrones? I mean, Joffrey's been dead for a season, so let's talk about the rest of it.
He's
so
not
far,
dead in my heart.
That's right.
He'll live on.
Hashtag Joffrey forever.
Yep. Seasons 1 through 3.
That's right.
I think.
Or 4. You know, those seasons he were in, they were great. You remember them, the good times. Well, you liked them.
Think about it. We're still talking about him now, and he's dead. Well,
yeah.
A lot of people's dead.
Yeah, you know.
Like Ned Stark.
Then his sister's dead, too. So, you know, spoiler alert. That's a thing that happened. But let's talk about the...
Slut walk.
Yeah, but let's talk about the rest of the season. What do you like about it?
I think that...
Spoilers.
Well, I mean, we're past that. I literally just spoiled.
Yeah,
Joffrey.
spoilers. Whatever.
Spoilers.
New spoilers. New spoilers. Like if you haven't watched Game of Thrones in the last week or so.
That new.
Yep. So what do you think so far? It feels like season 5 was just a bunch of stuff sort of kind of happening, just dragged out. You know, you had the big battle at the wall, and that was cool. And you know, children got burned, and you know, a couple things changed at the end. But a lot of people were like, "There's so many open plots. There's these people haven't seen each other since the beginning of the season. Where is Bran? You know, what the heck is gonna happen? You know, at Castle Black, at everywhere. What's happening with Tyrion and Daenerys and all that?" And they sort of kind of brought it. They're starting to bring it back together, and they're starting to put more characters in the same scenes, which I like personally. I hate cutting away every 5 minutes.
I mean, when you have a cast of over 200 characters, you kind of have to make a few price drops. You gotta slash those prices.
Yeah, you gotta just you gotta red wedding that shit. You gotta. All right, all right, we got 50 people we can cut. You know, we don't really like them that much. They're kind of killing time, so how about we kill them? You know, just throat slits.
I need people to stop killing dire wolves. This is ridiculous.
Hashtag save the dire wolves, man.
Save the wolves.
It's a crime. It's like they're such beautiful, majestic creatures, and their only fault was being loyal. And now they're getting like their heads just displayed everywhere. It's like, man.
Well, to be fair, dire wolves are kind of badass. If I can get myself a dire wolf pelt, I would definitely do it. I would wear it everywhere. I would wear it at IHOP. I would be like, may I have some eggs, bacon, and toast? Yeah. It's like, sir, are you wearing a dire wolf hood? Yes.
Yeah. Why are you not?
What's your problem?
Exactly. I would love to have a dire wolf. You know? But, they're gone.
All right. What's your favorite character in Game of Thrones? Oh, yeah. Winter has been coming for 13 years.
Winter has blue balls right now. That's basically... It's... Yeah, it took 6 seasons, but, as long as the payoff's good, as long as it doesn't take, 6 more seasons for...
Oh, no, I heard that there's only going to be about 1 more season and a half before they finish it.
No, 2 or 3 seasons.
No, I heard it was 1.5.
Nah, 1.5. Why not just 2? Why half? What's the half? I mean, I'm not too worried about it. That's not something that I'm, super hung up on. It's... Because, I'm just going to have to go back and read the books, apparently. And, yeah, that's going to be a thing. I'm going to audible that shit. Just gonna sit here and listen to Game of Thrones. But let's talk about something else. Everybody talks about Game of Thrones.
That is not true. I don't know anyone who talks about Game of Thrones.
Everybody talks about Game of Thrones where I work. It's like, have you not? It's like if you come to work on Tuesday, expect to get spoiled because people are just going to be talking about it. Oh shit! Did you see Game of Thrones? And oh my god, Littlefinger's back, and the creepy kid that looks like he's autistic or something. He's got a falcon now, and you know it's like like people are gonna you're gonna hear all the details.
Is it me or is Tyrion Lannister basically the Captain America of Game of Thrones?
No, he's the Iron Man. He's the Tony Stark of Game of Thrones. He's rich. His parents are dead. He's extra smart. He loves to drink.
Oh, come on.
He's super charismatic, and he can't just say no to fucking up.
Can you imagine Tyrion Lannister with the shield?
No, the shield's
And
bigger than
helmet.
him.
Exactly, be adorable.
Oh my god, he's riding like a surfboard.
Think about it. He can use it as a sled.
Yeah, he'll get like a little reindeer or something,
That's
or a
fucked up.
falcon,
Or a direwolf.
or eagle, bald eagle. He gets a bald
Tyrion
eagle.
Lannister riding a direwolf with a Captain American shield.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Hashtag Tyrion's vibranium.
Wanna hit? Yep. All right.
Anyway, speaking of Captain America,
Oh, the obligatory Civil War talk. I am looking forward to it. Are you kidding me? You cannot see Civil War and not talk about it. It's, you just have to. So what was your experience of Civil War? Let's start with you.
okay, my experience coming into Civil War, I actually had to watch Winter Soldier the night before because I'm not a big fan of Marvel movies. I think they're kind of convoluted, boring, and they all just has tons of explosions.
I can definitely agree with that. The first few movies were just kind of meh, except for Iron Man because, Tony Stark's awesome. But yeah, it's like Captain America was okay. He spent like half the movie like doing like show tunes and shit on stage, and Thor was most of the movie not Thor. It was cool to get a look, but those are just like they had to make the movies and they weren't in touch with that awesome side like the Russo brothers brought to it. And then they learned from like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. They just got better.
I definitely agree. All right, so what's your favorite scene of Civil War?
Just Spider-Man is like the obvious answer. I mean, everything was cool, but if I didn't say Spider-Man, Bucky in the beginning of the movie when Captain America finds him in that apartment and the agents come through, that was amazing. It's like he took out, I don't know, 6 floors of stairs worth of SWAT team, and then motherfuckers coming through the window, and then helicopters, and he
riff-raffing it, tiptoeing through the window.
Exactly. He used his metal arm to turn like steel bars into a fucking Indiana Jones style like whip shit to like swing down to the lower level. He's like he's holding a battering ram with like one hand and like putting that shit through walls, and he's like running as fast as a fucking car. And I was like, that right there is like how you show power. Like, that was amazing.
My favorite part had to be the airport scene.
Yeah.
But it was a specific part that I really, really loved. It wasn't all the fighting. It was just some of the shit they said that I just thought was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially between it was Hawkeye and Black Widow. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah.
It's like we're still friends, right? He's like, yeah, depends on how hard you hit me.
Yeah.
I mean, that gets me every time.
Yeah,
like,
then
yes.
Romanoff is like, I don't have time for this shit. He just grabs her and throws her. And yeah, like that whole thing was amazing.
Oh man, you gotta give it up to Ant-Man though.
Right? Paul Rudd came in there. He like even like when he just like first woke up in like the van when they introduced him to Cap, and he was just like touching him.
He was literally the epitome of a Japanese schoolgirl.
Yeah. Like just a fanboy. Like it's great. It was just like here's this guy who's like clearly wasn't really supposed to be where he is. Like in the middle of these people who freaking like save New York from aliens and fight, you know, super genius robots. And he's like stole a cube or something and can like fit down the bathroom drain. And and it's like and then he does that much and he's that useful and funny and, you know, powerful and like crazy. Like Ant-Man killed it. You know, of course Spider-Man did too. Spider-Man,
the infamous Spider-Man.
Spidey kid.
You know what's kind of funny? I feel like we've never had a Spider-Man until now. I'm sorry.
I get it.
You can say that the other Spider-Mans were
Spider-Man 1 and 2 hands down great.
It was okay.
It was the best that they could do. But the way,
he
the
didn't
payoff,
even have the web shooters.
He shot the webs himself.
I know. I really enjoy the comic depiction of the web shooters. I was like, that's badass.
I get that, and it's like Spider-Man. It's like they brought him out right. They that was like the only way to do it.
Man, though, that MILF.
Woo! Tony Stark was like, I loved it because Tony Stark was back in his game. I was like, man, this guy's being all moody and shit. And he's crying, and Pepper broke up with him, and he's just salty as fuck the whole movie.
I'm gonna hit on Peter Parker's.
Yeah, he just flipped that switch from fucking salty to just like back to like
sauté.
Yeah, exactly. He was French. He was killing it. He was just like you could tell he was winging it. He was like at the end of his rope, but he was like just fucking hilarious at the same time. Just typical Tony Stark. And I was like, that was fucking great.
You know that Tony Stark is actually going to be in the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, in the Homecoming, which is going to be great.
I don't want to say it's going to be great because I don't want to have too much expectations of the movie.
No,
but it's hard not to.
Yeah, it's hard not to, and I'm the last person to say, oh, this is just going to be great. I never say that. But how do I put it?
How can it go wrong
Exactly.
when he only had about 5 to 10 minutes in the whole movie and nobody can just stop talking about it. And I love how he was just a kid.
Yeah.
That's what I love. He was like, yeah, I'm a super genius, so I'm really annoying. I like to talk a lot, and you guys are all my heroes.
Yeah, he's just like,
what are you doing?
Fuck?
What are you doing?
No, nothing.
No. You're doing something. Did you just pop another bottle? What are you drinking?
I'm popping a bottle.
What is this lovely drink? It smells great.
Oh, it is the finest, you know, the most refined A1 Belgian IPA that you can get. You know, Raging Bitch. That's his elegant name. It's called Raging Bitch by a brewing company.
I like that sound. Mm-hmm. Raging Beach.
Yep. And it's by Flying Dog. And I picked this beer because the art is just ridiculous. It's you go ahead and describe. You have that artiste eye.
It looks like an angry female anorexic dog being anally molested by an E.
Yeah, that's about right. But it looks pretty damn classy. It's like if you saw this on an album cover, like if you had that on a Metallica or Slipknot or anything like that, you would go crazy for it. That's how good the art is. And I like to buy beers in the packs now from the store, and I like to keep like bottles of the ones that I like because it's a nice collection.
Oh, if you haven't known this, or of course you wouldn't, this guy is basically like an alcohol connoisseur. Me, I hate alcohol. I think it tastes terrible.
Wrong.
I can't even drink beer.
I just work at a bar, and that's part of the culture. It's like I never worked at a job where it was so very social based. You know, like a lot of times You go to work, you leave, you go home. Maybe you go somewhere else with a couple of coworkers. But literally, working at a bar. I'm not gonna say which one, but working at a bar is
It has cats in it.
Wait, what'd you say?
It has cats in it.
No.
The greatest bar on earth.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic, especially when like you work there and you get half off of everything. You can come in on your days off.
Hashtag crack fries. It actually has crack. Believe it.
Yeah,
Believe it.
We lace our food with drugs.
Believe it.
It's great. It's like they have like a whole team of people who make their food specifically so it can go with beer. And they have, like over 100 kind of beers. And like you just get like the weirdest people to work at bars. That's the thing. You attract all the freaks and geeks. You meet like some of the coolest people you'll ever meet, most laid back. Everybody smokes weed, It's like it's not a secret. Probably our managers do too, no judgment. It's just awesome. It's like your boss comes into work in like the same clothes you wear. We don't have uniforms, so they're like walking in like novelty tees and like flannel shirts and shit. Like they look like lumberjacks.
The inner city lumberjacks will get you fucked up.
Yeah, and like you just can't help.
One tree at a time.
Yep. You just can't help but like get like drawn into that culture and just like starting to enjoy beer and like being able to talk about it with people. It's cool. It's like anything. It's like you find people who can talk about the same stuff as you and they're all cool. It's just fun.
All right. So let's talk about the Netflix pick of the week.
Ooh, that's a good one. Netflix pick of the week, definitely God of Cookery. God of Cookery is, how do I put it? God of Cookery is just a bunch of foolishness, but it's amazing. It's by Stephen Chow, Shaolin Soccer, Kung Fu Hustle, released in like 96. It's about cooking, like cooking competitions. And, it's not just like, all super strict.
Wait, wasn't there a bunch of actors that actually played in Shaolin Soccer as well?
I honestly wouldn't know. I could not tell you.
He looks exactly like the dude.
No, Stephen Chow is the guy.
Oh, all right,
he's the director.
He's the director?
Yeah, he directs a lot of the movies and he stars in movies too. But yeah, this is like pre-2000 and it's amazing. It's like over the top. It's ridiculous. It's like the movie just flows really well. Oh yeah, what is it? The beefy shrimp balls or something like that?
Explodes
oh my
your
god.
Mouth.
Yeah. No, exploding shrimp balls or something like that. Exploding beef balls. It's hilarious. It's like they make like some food. I'm not an expert culinary person, but they make these like shrimp balls. They make these beef balls with like shrimp inside, and people like you bite it and like it just sprays out juice like Quentin Tarantino blood kind of spray with juice, and they can use that shit as a ping pong ball. Like you can already tell this movie's crazy. Like Stephen Chow plays this typical asshole character who like finds redemption and then gets like martial arts powers at the end, but it's hilarious. It's like Looney Tunes on crack with cooking. Yes, definitely watch that. And I showed it to Draco here, and tell me what you thought while we were watching it.
What in the world am I watching?
Yep.
Like literally, what the fuck? No, honestly, I really liked it. It was hilarious, but kind of cringeworthy at times, and I liked it. It was funny.
It was like that 90s style humor that you get from it in the setting and everything, and it was like these motherfuckers just didn't care. They just made a movie. They just got stupid with it.
See, I don't want to spoil the movie too much because I feel like this is one of those movies where you should just relax with a few friends and just watch it.
Get some beer, set up a hookah, don't say anything, just see what happens. The movie's like 2 hours long, and I was at the end of it like, oh my god, that's it? How fast did
And
that
that's
shit
really
go by?
hard to actually pull off. To pull off a 2-hour movies. I mean, not even Batman versus Superman was able to pull that off.
Yeah,
That
like, and you
travesty.
were tired too. You were tired before we started watching it, and you just watched that shit just like completely just stuck on the screen. And like, I haven't watched a movie like that in a long time, where I can watch it within like a week of me first watching it, and then I enjoyed it just as much, even more the second time.
Yeah, because I think he's one of those directors, Charles, one of those directors where he likes to put a lot of, I don't know, small details.
Yeah, subtlety.
Subtlety. Yeah, exactly. A lot of subtleties in his movies where you really won't notice it the first time, but then when you watch it again, it's like, oh, like
Like the
my man
monks.
Joker.
Yeah, and the monks too.
Fucking Flex Gordon.
Yeah. Don't forget the monks too. When he was at the,
Shh, we don't want to talk about the monks.
they were so great. We're
Like,
not gonna
just
say
watch.
it.
Just watch it. Just watch it.
Just
yeah.
watch it.
So
God of
week of the
cookery.
week, God of Cookery.
Yep.
All right. So we were going to talk about music, but I really think we should talk about cartoons.
Let's talk about cartoons. I'm not a cartoon connoisseur.
Powerpuff Girls.
Uh,
People keep saying they don't like it. The voices are weird. I don't care. I love it.
Yes.
Bubbles, Buttercup, the other chick, fantastic.
all those powder puffs. Yeah, they're great. No, seriously. Like, I watched the show, and here's the thing. My theory behind this is, you know how cartoons from the 90s, how they were drawn, they were grittier. Like, they were like people like coming from like pretty fucked up states. Like, some of those episodes were like nightmarish. And you know, it was like really edgy, like some of the stuff with like the Powerpuff Girls and him, and like other shows that had like Courage the Cowardly Dog, where like they had like super weird mutations and like kind of like cringeworthy at times.
Ren and Skippy.
Oh my god, Invader Zim. Just like the 90s was the time for like creepy and dark
Rugrats.
cartoons. Rugrats was creepy too. Batman. The Batman TV show, that was pretty dark and gritty. It got pretty fucked up a lot of times. But I think what people don't like is that it's not that same style. It's more bubbly. Let me put it like this. This is some pothead shit now. The cartoons that we have now, they're for potheads. I would know, and I approve. And you know, it's like you watch these, and then it's like that episode of the Powerpuff Girls where they were like tripping on acid or something.
Oh yeah, with the panda.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, what? And it's like it's more of like a subtle darkness now. It's like very quick witted. And so like Teen Titans Go is my like favorite cartoon I'm watching right now. I can watch that shit forever. And
I cannot watch Teen Titans Go. I'm sorry. I saw the first original Teen Titans and I was all for it. I love the darker, edgier, grittier style.
Yep.
And when they kind of changed it to a more comedy, satire type deal, I really wasn't a fan. But it is funny. I do enjoy watching it sometimes, but I kind of already have Pop-Up Girls for that, so it's like, nah.
yeah. Oh man, I forgot about this app. My phone just gave me an alert for this app. I think it's let me find the name of this app. It's a language app. It's great. It's I think it might be called Practice Time. I'm gonna find it real quick. It's amazing. It's I forgot what I was listening to. I was listening to a different podcast, and somebody mentioned it for learning a language, and I was like, oh, I like to pick up another language. So I downloaded the app. Oh, it's called Duolingo. Look, it has a little owl and everything.
OVO.
Yep. It's you can learn like Spanish, French, German, and everything.
So how much is this wonderful?
Oh, it's free. It's free. You learn for free.
Free?
Yeah. So I figured I'd learn a little German because I don't know why. I just wanted. It was like I don't feel like learning French just yet. I'm not. You know, I'm gonna go back when I'm chasing the ladies.
You'd be like, bonjour, mais la font sur me.
Exactly. I just didn't want to be that French.
I would.
Yeah. I was like, just something about German. I don't know. It's like a lot of girls that I've dated they spoke German, and they just all took German for some reason. I'm just like, yeah. They don't want to go to Germany, man. Free college? What?
Yeah, I would love some free college.
Oh yeah,
Shit, expensive.
it is.
All right. So let's talk about anime. One of my favorite animes I've been watching so far is called Karenbari, the Iron Fortress.
Oh, Cabaneri.
Karenbari. I keep
Cabaneri.
Cabaneri.
You gotta work on that Japanese.
Habaneri.
Yeah, you gotta work on that.
No. It's just because I want to say habanero.
Yeah.
And I keep mixing it up because I'm thinking
that.
like it's so hot.
It is. Oh man, it's like Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan Train Edition. There we go. I got it out.
Snowpiercer.
Woo.
The animation.
Exactly. Do you like Snowpiercer? Do you like zombies? Do you like
vampires?
samurais?
I don't know. Whatever you want. Fuck you.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it in there. We're gonna have Frankenstein.
A little BS&M.
Yep.
Fuck it. Choke yourself.
Go about it. What you know about blades in your heels? What do you know about cutting off zombie heads? What do you know about hooking yourself up to an S&M machine and strangling yourself to not die? Oh man, that anime is just something different. Which is that's my whole criteria for anime. I'm not all
Samurai
about
Sasuke.
Yep. I'm not all about that whatchamacallit.
Boy. Sticky. Wonderful.
No, stop.
Kawaii.
We're gonna stop that right now.
Kawaii, sir.
I will hit you with this. Maybe forget what I was
all
saying.
my waifus out there. Give it up. We're gonna give a shout out to my Vocaloids, my little bronies.
This is what happens when you smoke a lot of hookah. But what I love about the show is it's just so much fun. It's like they're on a train, like it's intense. It has that Attack on Titan feel, which was like everything super grave, and they got the music going.
The greatest soundtrack ever.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, the soundtrack is ridiculous. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, isn't the same music like the same? What was the same artist actually did the same music for all of them? Like Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill, Seraph of the End.
Yeah, Hiroki blah.
Yeah, Hiroki blah blah blah.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Hiroyuki Sawano, that's his name.
Hiroyuki Sawano. I like that.
Oh,
I bet Hiroyuki gets all the bitches. Hello, my name is Sawano.
I like him too because we have the same birthday. September 12th. Yeah, me and him have the same birthday. September 12th.
So
right.
So you're trying to say you're a great composer?
I mean, I'm just saying we have the same birthday and he's a cool guy. That's all. But yeah, it's this. You put the right soundtrack with the anime, it just completely turns it around. It's like when the scenes are supposed to be hype, they get hype. When it's supposed to be a little bit more subtle, subdued, emotional. It does it all. He knows how to make a soundtrack.
Yeah. And he has basically a song for every occasion. Even the occasion you didn't even think you wanted at the time. It's been times I've been tired. I play the Attack on Titan soundtrack or the Kill la Kill soundtrack, and I am up. I'm ready to jog.
Every time. It's crazy. It's he just knows how to just keep the hype train going no matter what he's doing.
What about ReZero?
Oh man,
the Dark Souls of anime.
ReZero,
you just didn't know it.
Yep. ReZero is amazing. ReZero is like everything you want out of a show. At least for me, it's like it takes place in a fantastical world. Check. There's some underlying mystery that happens. Check. It's funny as hell. Check.
He bought ramen in the first 30 seconds of the first episode.
Yep. He likes ramen.
Double check.
He's an otaku or a hikikomori. He doesn't like to go outside.
I mean, I don't know if he's a hikikomori.
Yeah, he is. He just stays inside, plays games, dropped out of school. He says the only reason why he worked out was so he could defend his home because he's inside all day. You know, like that's
I mean,
that's
you
dedication.
never know when the aliens attack.
That's dedication right there. He said, "You are not taking me back to school. I will beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna stay inside with my video games." But it's like a super optimistic character having really fucked up stuff happen to him over and over again.
Subaru.
It's ridiculous.
I love Subaru. He's awesome.
The art is amazing. The characters are great. You know, like the way that they deal with the time jumps is also great. And we're not going to spoil that. It really is amazing. I swear, it's one of those animes that the more you watch it, the more you really appreciate a lot of the stuff that's going on in it and how they deal with the progression of the show. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm getting kind of tired of this scene, you know? It's like, oh, they're still in the same area, or, oh, they're rehashing this again. As soon as you, like, the second that thought comes into your head, they switch it up completely, and they just keep it going. What about you? Anything that you've been watching in particular?
Well, I watched the first 2 episodes of JoJo Bizarre Diamonds Are Forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it is.
Shining Diamonds, Bobo.
Bobo.
Mm-hmm.
The classiest men on earth.
Oh, so what do you think of it?
I think it's great. I still love Jotaro. I'm actually loving the outfit. It's freaking ridiculous. The all white, classy. Yeah. You know he spent that money.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
He made that perfectly clear. I like the stands. The stands are really cool. I like how they didn't take away the stands. I thought that they might do that since, you know, they kind of like to reinvent themselves.
It's based on a manga that's like the manga's been going on for like 40, 50 years. And so they have a specific set of things that they do. It looks like for the onward, they are keeping the stands for it. But yeah, that show is great. What I love about it is that people have these stands that you don't even think that are useful, but they make it their own. Like there's one guy with a stand that's like super weak, but it's like water. It's water based, and it can like change. It can like transform itself into other liquids, like possess people, make them do crazy shit.
Wait. We got to talk about the stand users.
Oh yeah.
Each character I think it's really interesting. They're really different. They usually have their own ethnicity. I thought which was really cool. Well, at least in the last season.
Oh yeah.
Like they basically had each race you can possibly
American,
think of.
Japanese, Egyptian, French, a dog.
What was it? A hawk?
Yep.
The realest hawk of them all.
Yep, you got like a American, Australian kind of guy. Just all kinds. You got like the little old Indian lady. It's
babies. No one's safe.
With crazy ass names like Steely Dan and Vanilla Ice and Duran.
They sound like porn star names.
They're all old band names.
I understand this, but crazy. I mean,
yeah, Steely Dan. Yeah,
Steely Dan.
It's a band. Dio.
He uses his hand.
Yeah, Steely Dan. I love it. But any other anime?
His name is Sakamoto.
Yep. Sakamoto, that guy. I showed you the first episode of
Sakamoto. I love him. He's amazing. Like, what type of ignorance do you have to be on to be upstairs in a school locked in with a bunch of your enemies and just decide to dance around the fire?
To preface this, Sakamoto's an anime from the new spring season, about 6 episodes in now. It's just a high school guy named Sakamoto he's basically not human. He's like try to take it right from the anime. Everything
No,
he does,
he's more human than human.
He is more human than human. Everything he does is stylish. He's cooler, coolest, like it says in the beginning of the anime. He does ridiculous stuff. Like he just knew to like bring an umbrella into a bathroom stall because he knew that the bullies were gonna try to dump some water on him because they hate him because all the girls love him. He's like super smart, ridiculously athletic, just like he's like the perfect butler.
And on the opposite end of that spectrum, Tanaka.
Tanaka-kun is one of my favorite animes of all time. It's just a lazy guy, just a guy who just doesn't want to do anything. Just he's listless. He's in school and he takes a nap. He'll just lay his head down. He has a homie, he has a goon who just carries him around everywhere. He's like his mother, because he's too lazy to walk. It's amazing. It's like I didn't know you could be that relaxed.
He makes being a side character cool. In fact, he says that in the anime. He's like, listen, I don't want to be the main protagonist. That's too much work.
I don't want to find the treasure. I don't want to power up and fight new enemies. I just rather be that side character that you forget. They have it easy.
They suck up all the glory.
Yep.
With none of the effort.
Exactly. It's like I only watch Tanaka when I'm laying in bed and I have my hookah set up and I'm just super relaxed, and it's just like he just like put you to sleep.
He's the Morgan Freeman of the anime game.
He is. He's just silky smooth. He's just like, oh, was I asleep? That's all he worries about. He worries about how to spend less energy and do the least work. He threatens to kill gods if they interrupt his peaceful day. It's amazing. It's that diversity.
So, have you had any interesting dreams?
I have. Super weird, man. It's like
Neon Underground.
Yeah, it's like just to preface it, I have these really, really vivid dreams. I sleep like maybe 4 or 5 hours tops, and it's like they feel real.
I need at least 8 hours, or I might have to choke a bitch.
Yeah, that's never bothered me. I don't need, like, if my body doesn't need sleep.
Hours.
If my body is like, oh yeah, you have enough energy to go out through your day, I'm just gonna get up and do it.
Not 7 hours and 59 minutes. 8 hours.
Yeah, you like to sleep all goddamn day. I can't do it. I don't know how people do it. But
anyway, how you do it? What you do is you take that 8 hours sleep, right? And you wake up refreshed, and when that doesn't happen, you want to chop someone's head off and stick them in a freezer.
Yeah, see, no, I'm not about that. I'll just sleep however much I sleep, and if I don't, I don't.
That's just because you don't work with kids.
That's right. If I'm sleepy, then I go to sleep.
If you worked with kids like I did and do, you would need that extra few hours as well.
Yeah, I can get that. But anyway, back to the dreams. So I always have these ridiculously realistic dreams where, like if like I'm in a entirely different world, but it feels realistic and I can't get out of the dreams. It's like I'm stuck in bed and I'm sleeping, and it's like I can close my eyes for like 6 minutes and like I can wake up and then like just like my eyes shut instantly and I just like stay in it. It's crazy. So I had one where it's like I'm in like this weird underground society where everything is like dark alleys, like very like gothic, but like instead of like just blackness, it's like a really dark shade of blue, different shades of blue, like a little bit of black, and there's like neons going, like circuits going all up across like the ceiling and stuff, like in my apartment. And it was crazy because like there was like this
Sounds
Asian
like
guy.
Undertale.
Yeah, Yeah, there was like this Asian guy in a cloak following me. It just pop up randomly. I go places and I'm like, oh, he shows up again. And I don't remember what happens after that. But it was really creepy. Something about it was creepy as hell. I have like tons of those all the time. It's great. It's like, but it makes me kind of cranky sometimes. I don't like being woken up, like when they get interrupted and it was like in the middle of something good, or it's like they'll be like so powerful, like I have to like readjust myself after I wake up for like 5 minutes. Like I think I told you about the one that's like just my normal life, except for some reason I had a PSP. Yeah, it's like that's it. I just had a PSP, so when I woke up.
Hold on a second. I don't own a PSP. This isn't my God of War.
Exactly. When I woke up, I went to go reach for like my PSP, and then I was like, I should probably charge it. And then I was like, oh yeah, I don't have a PSP, I don't think. That's basically how it goes. It's fun. Should try it sometime. You had any crazy dreams?
Nope. Just the endless abyss of life.
Remember that one time we freaked out that we had like a similar dream?
I don't even remember that dream.
Yeah, remember Red? It was like something to do with red. It was like we had a similar dream, and it was like there was like a red sheet on my window when I woke up. At my old apartment building. Yeah, it was like tripping. It was like, what the fuck is going on? It's like we fell asleep around, apartment. Right? My little bat cave.
No, that wasn't the bat cave. It was like
Hell's Kitchen.
No, not at all. It was like it was basically like the dungeons and D&D.
Yeah.
It looked like a torture chamber. It looked like a medieval torture chamber with a washer and dryer.
Not the inside of my apartment, the outside, the hallway leading to it. On
the
inside.
You even had your own like secret entrance type deal.
Yeah, I had like a heavy wooden plank that I could just lift up. It was bottom stairs. I missed that apartment.
Now it has a dog park.
Yeah. No,
and you know about the dog park.
Yep.
You don't go into the dog park.
People don't go in the dog park. People don't go in the dog park. Dogs don't go in the dog park.
Go into the dog park.
What
if
dog
you see
park?
hooded figures in the dog park, don't go near the dog park.
That's right. That's, by the way, Night Vale.
Oh, I love Night Vale.
That's from Night Vale, my favorite podcast of all time. I got this guy over here hooked on it.
I gotta give it to MT A cast. Magic the Amateur. Magic the Amateur.
See, that's a good podcast. I listened to a couple of the episodes. And
Maria Megan?
Yep. And it was I liked it, but Night Vale is just something different. You can't deny that Night Vale is just something on a whole different level.
Well,
that is better. It's just out there. There's not a like Night Vale podcast. There's nothing like it.
What if we mind fucked you every single night?
Yep.
Well, was it like once a week?
Twice a month.
Twice a month?
Yep, the 1st and the 15th of every month.
See, I honestly just recently started listening to Night Vale. I just finished about a week ago because it's that addictive.
Yeah.
And it's great because you can kind of leave it on and forget.
Yeah. And it's just, like, it does everything so well. Like, it talks about, like, super deep stuff, but in weird context. Like the Beagle. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And it's, like, really weird.
Or the ghost cats.
Yep. The ghost. No, yeah, the floating cat. Call Shack. Yep. That has, apparently has like a tendril hub and is a he cat, but can also give birth to other cats that float and they can't move, and they're in the bathroom of a radio station that has a bloodstone circle. Yeah, that's Night Vale.
Yeah,
it's like 88 episodes, like 20 minutes apiece, and they have live shows and everything. It's like a whole culture of a thing. Like, I'm actually going to New York to go attend their 4th anniversary party just because. You know, it's like, man, just like free content that I listen to all the time and that I share with people. And I just like I can like keep listening to it and not even notice like it's new every time.
Speaking of free content, one thing I really love about Night Vale and a lot of other podcasts is they give their content for free for the most part. And if you wanted to support them on Patreon, you can do it if you want to. Yep. It's not like they pressure you into doing it. They just say, hey, we do this all the time. It's a lot of work. Yep. Here's $1 or $2.
Mm-hmm. Give us a good rating on iTunes. You know, tell people about it. You know, here's like people who are working really hard, and they're putting out great content,
unique content.
Yep, like the Cracked Podcast.
Yeah, the Cracked Podcast.
Cracked Podcast is hands down amazing. Not only is it very informative and as well as silly, it just gives you stuff to think about, you know, and it's hilarious. It's like they're talking about like movie theories that should have been, or like ends of movies that should have been their own spin-off movies. Like what would happen if like you took certain things and applied them to real life. Then they also talk about deep stuff like socio-economic gaps and psychology, or like how your brain tricks you. Like apparently you don't even know what you look like. Apparently, like that's a thing too. It's like it's not anything that's new, but they present it in a way that you're gonna like just love listening to it.
Yeah, because they're likable guys and gals.
Exactly. They bring in all these experts and they're cracking jokes the whole time. And it's like oh yeah, we're gonna say some really deep shit, but then we're gonna pop in a dick joke too, you know, just to make sure we still got you. And it's like you gotta appreciate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that was our first episode of our podcast. Thanks for listening. I hope that you keep doing so.
Oh yeah, we will be back again and again and again and again.
You have filled this city,
or you have filled this podcast. If you don't listen to the next episode.